on upper hands right now because Nepal needs to equalize from here. Probably Nepal's team is one of the best talented sides.
Lovely pick up, got some pace, it's going hard, gets snagged in midfield, ball comes back, but perhaps there's a little knock on from Malaysia there at that tackle. So scrum and advantage to Nepal.
I remember when Nepal beat India and Bangladesh at under 18 Asia Rugby. Not much before, but they are very talented sides. That's why we are looking forward to Nepal's team, because they are very good talented players on their side. They need to be focused and show little bit of character, you know, against experienced side.
Bit of patience as well. They go charging up the middle. I think that'll be a knock on. Yes, little knock on there. Didn't quite control that ball.
Plenty of players are in this team.
From the under 18s?
Yeah, from the under 18 teams.
Lovely. And that's the sort of progression that needs to be made. You play on your under 18s, you come into your under 20s. Coming up to 4 minutes. Malaysia a little bit in control with that scrum. Great tackle. Good break down the middle. He's strong runner. Couple of strong runners, big strong runners. Great cover tackle from Nepal. Needs to keep his hands out of that though. Steps inside from Malaysia. Try. Mohammed Zali. And Malaysia sort of doing the basics properly. No knock-ons. Stepping inside, making the space. The Nepal defence isn't quite organised enough to compete at the moment.
Oh, that's why.
Converted.
The small moments, the basics.
Malaysia 12, Nepal 0.
That's very important.
And they have to get hold of the ball. Nepal need to get hold of the ball, control the ball, and play their game. Restart from Malaysia, leading 12-0. 5.5 minutes gone. Knocked on at the restart, knock-on advantage to Malaysia. There's space on the left, but covered by Nepal. Good defence from Nepal now. Getting up in the Malaysia faces, but this guy's got a little bit of pace, and he scores again.
I think they are giving too much space for Malaysian runners. Nepal, they are disorganized, it seems. They have to be organized now. Their defensive work is not great so far. That's why the Malaysian forward can easily run and get their try.
No conversion.
Again.
So Nepal, the half-time is coming up. They need to regroup a little bit, get their minds back into the game. Perhaps the home tie, the excitement has fatigued them a little bit, but they need to just calm themselves and just get back into this game. Because at the moment they've not really had any chances.
And the energy has been lost.
Now they have some space. He's a strong runner. Goes up the outside, but the support wasn't quite there. Now Nepal have the chance to set the ball again. Passing is a bit harum-scarum. Everybody's playing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Knocked on. Advantage now for Malaysia. As a penalty coming in at the side from Nepal.
That's a great defensive work the Malaysians are showing. It's been really good.
Strong tacklers, and they've found the break again on the outside. Oh, was that? Yeah, tries given.
So it's easy to break the line for Malaysian teams. Nepali defenders are not well organized from the starting. We have been saying this, and they need to be regrouped into the second half. Hopefully,
I think they've got the they just need to get settled in at half time. Perhaps the fatigue of the excitement of being at home, and then that fatigue can set in a little bit. No conversion, so first half ends with Malaysia leading Nepal 22-0.
It's been dominating first half. Malaysia all the way from the first half. They have a 22 points lead to over the Nepal. And Nepal couldn't make any try into the first half, and we are expecting a better performance from them into the second half. As Rugby under-27s men's and women's, it's Malaysia versus Nepal. The half-time ended and half-time score, Malaysia 22, Nepal 0.
I'm sure the Nepal coaches are asking their team to just calm down a little bit. When they have possession of the ball, keep possession. Every pass, every opportunity doesn't need to score a try. We need to build some momentum, and then we can strike. But if we try and score off every time we have possession, then we're going to make knock-ons, make mistakes. Don't put yourself under too much pressure.
So you are telling me to that. Is there any
that they're fatigued? Looks like that.
They have their good training. In terms of trainings, Paul, the new coach, new system has been reapplying into the Nepal's rugby as well, and this young team has been training with senior teams at Pokhara. The senior teams are training for the Asian Games, upcoming Asian Games. So I thought that perhaps that would help Nepal's this younger team, but they're very tired, not energetic so much. So what's the problem?
Well, let's see how they do in this second half. Now they need to regroup and come back. They need to try and work to hold Malaysia to 0, because it's some defensive lapses have really let Malaysia dominate this game. So they need to try and hold them to 0 and also put some points on the board. Play together as a team so that they can put some points on the board. You see, that's a reckless offload straight into the hands of the Malaysia player. And they can set it and they score.
Yeah, it's been repeating again, and action replay from the first half to Malaysian team. Easy to get the position, and quickly they are focusing on the getting try. The Malaysian sides have not any competition from the Nepal. It's a one way. Is there any way to coming back to Nepal for the Nepal, Paul? What do you say?
It's going to be difficult. It's a big, tough ask. Now Malaysia are leading 27-0. So again, it's about, I think the Nepal team has to try and be mentally as tough as they can be. It's very hard when you're down like this and a team is on top of you, and really they need to cut out those kind of crazy offloads. This is about keeping possession of the ball and seeing what happens. But that's easy for us to say sitting here.
Yeah.
Now, penalty against Nepal, so that's not helping them. Malaysia inside, 10 metres inside Nepal half. They move the ball out, looking for the space, dragging the defence with them. Oh, lovely. Strong play. Lukmanul Hakim bin Ramli with a lovely little dummy, strong as the tackles came in, and just kept the ball and carried over the line.
It's very disappointing to say, but it's reality.
0.
It's been reality here. I think Nepalese defenders gave up so easily.
They're just at 6s and 7s. They've lost their pattern, they've lost their organisation, their heads are down. They need to just try and find a little bit of possession, because really that's the difficulty, and 7s can be like this. You just can never win the ball back, and you're just fighting to win the ball back, and in that fight you're conceding points.
Still no single try. At least you have target now.
Exactly, that should be your target. Little gentle kick. Now they have possession, so now they can try and play a bit of a pattern. Again, that pass is just loose, which hands possession to Malaysia inside of the 5 metre line of Nepal. Bouncing ball. Again, a little bit of a reckless pass from Malaysia, but they keep possession. When it goes for you, it goes for you.
Have to stop them for the Nepal.
No, they just... It's good, they're not giving away the penalty, but they need to make those tackles. They need to bring him down. Hand off. Try. Malaysia click up to 37 points.
Still a couple of minutes to play here, and Nepal should have been thinking, to get a try at least, but we're seeing here that is so difficult.
It's very difficult for Nepal. Yeah. Now they're on the back foot, the crowd has gone quiet. You feel, when you're out there, you feel absolutely alone. You've been sort of abandoned by everybody, and it becomes even more difficult. No conversion. Malaysia 37, Nepal 0.
So there is a lot of time to improvements for the Nepal, and this is the reality check as well.
Again, a little mistake. That's just the pressure is just absolutely on top of them now. Making mistakes, lots of mistakes. Pressure, builds more mistakes, builds more pressure, builds more mistakes. It's tough.
It's been very tough, but when you have a good project, you have very good ambition, so find a way, a perfect way to get in there.
37-0. Come on, Nepal. Couple of minutes left. Even that's not going their way. Free kick. They go forward. Mohammed Saif bin Wahid under the posts. To add the extra 2. Malaysia now ahead by 42, ahead by 44. A minute left. A minute minute of suffering left for the poor players of Nepal. They've not really got into this game at all. It's been very difficult for them.
They can be hopeful for the final whistle now. Nepal, they have not much options left.
High towering restart. Won by Malaysia. Taps it back to his own side. Malaysia setting up their attack again. Nepal needs to stay in it until the end. Yes, now they get a chance. Now they get an advantage. They've got a penalty. Okay, it's in their half, but now the time to play some possession. Malaysian defence is good. But that's the full time. Let's end that game there. Malaysia 44, Nepal 0, and that was what they needed to do in the whole game. They had a good run up the centre, but again the support was a bit slow. That's a tough game for Nepal to take. Very tough game.
Very struggling match has been in for Nepal. At least they can be relaxed now and can make a plan. What should we do and what shouldn't we do? Nepal can make a plan right now into the sideline area, and the Malaysian team have had a really good game, a dominating victory over Nepal by 44 against 0, and the full time score Malaysia 44, Nepal 0. They couldn't get a single try. That's a very disappointing to see.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult.
I'm sorry. No?
They need to reset themselves now. Coaches need to talk to them, organise their minds. You know, there's not, at this point in the tournament, it's not about being fit, it's not about being strong, it's about having some resilience. And